Okay. Let's have another go at the RockHopper. And I promise I'll try and leave it alone after this and just enjoy it as it is. I did a post on my Instagram probably about a week or so ago now, and saying about the fact that I was still messing with RockHopper and hadn't quite worked out what to do with it, and I feel like I've been forcing it into becoming a computer. I don't know if it's all RockHoppers, but mine in particular has quite a short rear end. So the geometry of it is kind of a little bit pokey and a little bit kind of playful, and when I'm doing long distance flat riding on it, it's not that fun. So I've been on this mission to kind of make it more comfortable and make it more kind of perfect for this, and I feel like I said, I've been forcing it to do it instead of actually just changing a few parts. I've restored and kind of tinkered with a lot of mountain bikes, and quite a few of them I've used at some point to commute and ride on London roads, and it's been fine, it's been really enjoyable. But this one, no matter what I do, it just doesn't quite sit. So I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I decided it needs to stay as a mountain bike, and that's what it deserves, and that's what we're going to do today. So before we make it a mountain bike again, here's a couple of things that it currently has that we need to change. The first one being the tyres. Long-term viewers know that I love my DTH. These ones in particular, the 2.2s, I think are kind of perfect for kind of London and city riding and stuff. So I really like them for that. But they need to be changed to something a little bit knobblier. One of the previous versions or iterations of this bike had some specialised ground control tyres on them, which I believe were 2.4 or 3. I'll put the nut up, it's whatever that says there. And they just were a little bit too big. They rubbed on the back on the gear cable. The frame they kind of fit in, but not quite. And the front one, well, the front one was fine. It was mainly the back one. So I want something a little bit smaller, but something a little bit tready. So we have something that I found on offer that I'm really happy with, that I'll talk about more when we get to that point. But the other thing we need to do is the handlebars. In between the last video of the spank bars and then this video, I did pop these on there, which are the Ritchie Coyotes? I can't remember the exact name. They are kind of, I think they're literally bike packing specific handlebars. They've got quite a nice curve on them in the front so that you can put like a bag and stuff on there. And the sweep is quite good, but they're still 800mm wide. So I figured they'd be nice and wide, really comfortable, and would be perfect for this kind of riding. But they were too low, really, and I didn't quite like them on the RockHopper, and I feel like they're not the sort of bar that you kind of want to sit on. You kind of want them a bit higher, and the geometry of this bike just doesn't fit. So that's kind of what drew me back to the Spanks. So we're putting the Spanks back on, some new tyres, and then we'll take it for a rip. So I'm going to shut now, and we're going to, well, let's go and do it. So this is actually the first thing that I've actually shot at my new house. The garden's big enough to almost ride a bike across it, which is pretty cool. But we're going to talk about my new house a bit more next week. So first up is removing the old tyres. I say old tyres, these DTH have been through it, and I've used them quite a lot, but they're definitely not old, and I'd like to find something to put them on a little bit more permanently, because they are wicked. Talking about wicked, here are the Panaracer tyres I'm going to be putting on, Fire XC Pros. These are tubeless compatible, but I am not going to be doing them tubelessly yet, because the wheels aren't right. So, bosh. I wasn't 100% sure how the red would look, and I think I really like it, but let me know in the comments below. Is the red okay or not okay? Now off with the Coyotes, or Coyotes, I keep forgetting what they're actually called. They're very nice handlebars, but they're just not quite right for this. And back with these bad boys. These Spanks, as we know from previous videos, I adore, and I regret taking them off, so stick them back on. So yeah, once it was all back together, it was a time to do a bit of adjusting, and Well, I think staring at it for a little while. It's always good to stare at it. You may or may not know that I have a new sticker out, the warning sticker. This is to put on any bike that you have built that you need reminding to ride it irresponsibly, because it's fun, and I think this bike now deserves one, so it felt right to put it on. Admittedly, I did it a little bit wonky. And that's quite annoying, but if you want to get one of these stickers, the link is below. You can go to saveoldbikes.com and you can pick up your own. It helps me out massively, and thank you to everybody who's bought some, because you guys have gone mad for them. I really appreciate it. Should we go ride it in some mud now? So, got mud in my eye. So, was it worth it? 100% yes. The new tyres from Panaracer are very good. I like them. It gets quite marshy and boggy around here, so when I get the bigger tyres on this frame, it just completely clogs up mud and you can't really... Well, you just get clogged up of mud. So these ones are quite nice because they are nice and thin, well, not thin, but like, you know, 2.1s. So there's lots and lots of clearance and the mud gets away. You already know my opinion on the handlebars. I love these handlebars. They just felt a little bit kind of too aggressive and too kind of straight for commuting, so that's why I took them off. But now I'm back on again. Like, this thing feels more of a mountain bike than it ever has, and I really, really like it. So that's that. Don't forget, you can pick up the new stickers from saveoldbikes.com, links here. And if you enjoyed what you watched and you want to watch more of these videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you can't wait till next week's video, why don't you watch this one? That one's a particularly good one.